dying.
What's not dying? Mosquito bite?
Yes. This is what we do the most of in Hawaii. Scratch mosquito. So this is our apartment. Bed, closet, TV, Jorgen's office, table, but we usually eat on the couch or in bed, you know, where we belong. Kitchen with dirty dishes. We have some fruits from the land, lime, lilikoi, papaya.
And a lot of eggshells.
Yeah. Our host saves these and bakes them and then grinds them up and puts them in the soil or with like the chicken food.
So that's our kitchen.
Yep. Oh, bananas.
Yep, from banana trees outside. Banana plants. This is our bathroom. Got an awesome shower. Yeah. And the throne. Anyways.
My shoes are right here. Should we go out this way?
So we're going out our back door. This isn't the front door. You want to lead the way?
Sure. There's some little things growing here. I'm just gonna plant pineapple right here. Really hot peppers.
Really hot peppers. Just a huge big bush of them.
Let's go out to the pineapples this way. Come back.
So this is the shop. All the tools are in here. I get to use Weed Whacker every week.
This is the front of our area.
This is our front
And then there's
door.
a bunch of banana trees. Lots of banana trees.
There's a big cluster
Oh, yeah.
up there. What are these things?
Water catchment tanks. Another huge cluster right there.
And there's 2 water catchment tanks. Okay, what you're going to see down here are some pineapples. These are white pineapples. The best pineapples you will ever eat.
Like candy.
Yeah.
Like we just kept eating piece after piece and expecting it to get less awesome, but it didn't. and it's not as acidic, so it like didn't hurt the sides of my tongue. There's a little one over here. I just picked one, so we'll be getting some soon. It's so cute. Nice, another little one over there. Yeah, so one of our jobs is keeping this area weeded. We've weeded once since we've been here, and we started again recently because it grows crazy fast. We weeded this last night, so it looks nice.
They have breakfast at the very top every day with their guests. Look at this view.
And papaya trees.
Yep. The sunset's right there, just right out there. Beautiful.
Let's look in the Lanai. Lanai.
I'll start from back over here. So, This is the Lanai. This is kind of like where the guests hang out.
Like a lot of the rooms lead to here.
There's doors to the rooms.
Are you zoomed up a lot?
No.
It just doesn't seem like. Yeah, so it's nice because it's all screened in and so you don't get bugs, but it's still outside.
Look at that view. Down these stairs, it goes back to the shop, and then around, that's our back door. Just so you have a perspective.
So another one of our jobs is to every day rake up these plumerias and the leaves that fall from these trees. Let's go over. The lemon tree. And these aren't ready yet, but they get huge. And the limes over here. And they're not in season, but we still squish them. Squish out what we can.
This is a baby mango tree. I say
Yeah.
baby because it doesn't produce much. It's still kind of
And
big.
compared to the others, it is
Yep.
tiny.
These are bananas for the chickens.
So from the magnet tree, we also gather the magnets that fall on the ground that are green like this. And then the sun hits them in the mornings and they start to crack open. And so when they're kind of like that, put them in there to dry. Get rid of those.
And those,
So we
that's
do that
not the
every
pure
morning.
nut itself, that's still a shell.
Yeah, so then they sit here and they continue to dry in the sun. And then you can kind of tell, maybe. These nuts are darker because we just did these ones today. These ones are a few days old.
A little sun bleached and dried out.
Yeah. So the nut inside has to dry and the milk kind of has to be absorbed. And then you crack those and that's the magnet. And then the guest parking lot and driveway. Oh, this is one of the things we did. I have to haul these rocks down here and make a little rock retaining wall for the orchids. They like to crawl and grab and stuff. There's nothing there. And then we have a pile of rocks over here, so we'll do the same thing right here. More bananas.
The reason why they have a ladder out up into this tree is because there's frogs,
Pokey frog.
coqui frogs, and they like to make a lot of sound in the middle of the night and wake people up. huge. Part of our job is to go in the mornings and pick up mangoes that fall on the ground. Not to eat, but just to get them out of the way because they go bad and they start to stink. Get some mango soup.
The backnut tree with its own personal guard. This is Blackie. Hi, baby. She has been sitting on these eggs for about a month. There's no rooster, so they're not going to get fertilized, but they don't want to take that away from her. She always just hides right there.
Her own little area of solitude.
We just did mac nuts. They're already falling. This is where we pick them up every day.
So here's what they look like on the tree. Sometimes they turn brown, but we like the green ones that like that. They just fall on the ground, we pick them up.
We have a bunch of fruit trees. I don't remember all of them. I know there's papaya over there. There's coffee over there as well, but they don't really do anything with their coffee. I think this is another lime. I don't know what that is. This is avocado. That's an avocado.
These are really young avocados. They're tiny.
Another mango.
Yeah. This is a monster mango.
More banana, more papaya.
Do you want to tell them about coffee, in case they don't know?
So this Kona coffee, you can, like, when they turn red is when it's ready to harvest. So, but Kona coffee, these turn red like 3 times over the span of like 4 months. And so you can't just like harvest them all at the same time. You have to hand pick all the red ones. Then come back, hand pick all the red ones. So they're in these red pods. And then you have to open it. There's the seed, bean. And then there's this like gel stuff that you have to scrape off before you can roast them. It's really slippery. Or you could just eat them like that, I guess.
Yeah, that's coffee. Before it's been roasted and dried out.
And this avocado tree has been fruit. They blend in really well, but you can see them. Here's one, here's one.
How do you tell if they're ripe?
So they're really shiny right now. They're really shiny, and when they become dull and matte looking, that's when they're ripe.
Yeah.
So they're very rock hard right now.
So they'll be ready probably in a few months. So yeah, this avocado tree is having a little hard time. They're trying to get it to grow up, but it's so heavy with avocados.
We'll have to prune it after this season.
Yep.
So a lot of what we do also is clean up the prunings, or prune ourselves.
So what's this down here?
This is vanilla bean. And when she just planted it, and it was like down here. It's already been climbing.
It takes about, what, 2 years to produce?
Yeah, to produce beans. But
And all along here is lilikoi, or
the viney
passion fruit,
things.
all the
And
vines.
then we had to dig her holes for the dragon fruit. Which is right there, right there. Right
Looks like a
there.
cactus type of plant. But it'll grow up and fan out. Like,
Yeah,
it'll come up here.
this one was like right here just a little while ago.
Yeah, it's growing fast.
So it goes up and it comes and then it starts to like branch and hang down. Kind of like a tree. It's doing good.
Yep.
And then the big trees, the big plants, no, other trees.
I don't know.
There's some figs on those. In here is pumpkin. There's one big pumpkin right there, but it's not really doing anything. And then she just planted those 3. And we had to like clear all of this area. So it used to look like all that green, overgrown. But we cleared it and uncovered the rocks so she would know that she couldn't plant there because there's a big slab of rock. There's no shortage of rock.
So I just weed whacked all that today.
Oh, and that's a ulu tree or breadfruit.
Yep, it's back over there.
It's a young one.
Yeah, it has no breadfruit on it yet.
Look at all these papayas.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Third mango. So in here we have tomato, eggplant, lettuce, celery, or carrot,
Not
parsley,
Parsley.
parsley, dill,
Then we got beets in this front row.
beets. I think this is the one.
You see my hair in the shadow? It's getting really long.
And then cucumbers in this one. What did she just plant here?
I think she planted more beets.
Beets.
Then what's...
Uncover one of the sides. So we had to do...
Ouch. Sorry.
Jab me. So we built these grow beds. Really hard to do. Actually, the hardest part was digging out the holes. So we had to dig like this deep down, probably like 1.5 feet, and then sift out all, or get all the huge rocks, sift out all the small rocks so that there's better soil. And then we had to bring in this soil, shovel it all
Yeah,
in.
we didn't have to just dig the trenches. We dug the whole thing right there and sifted all the rocks out. And there's just a ton of rocks because it's
Yeah,
a big
we'll show you an
volcano here.
example over there of how rocky.
Yeah.
It doesn't look rocky, but everywhere is rock. Like, it's insane. Keeping this covered until we're ready to plant. And these are all blueberries. Kale that's not doing so hot.
It was before, it's just we aren't doing
There's a lot
anything with it.
Of white flies.
Aphids.
Aphids getting it. And then basil. We have And that's everything in here.
Oh, I don't know if you noticed the electric fence.
Oh yeah.
See this wire that I'm walking up to? It's an electric fence. And originally when we first got here back in July, it was just right here. But we had to extend it way back there.
Dug those posts.
Dug the post holes and
Which is hard because there's rock.
yeah. So we went all the way back there.
And string the wire all the way to that far mango tree. Way over there.
Yeah, way over there. So the reason why?
Oh, you want me to?
Sure.
Because of the pigs.
Yep. There's big pigs. And there's cows, wild
Though
cows.
we have yet to see them. We've only heard of them. But, so a lot of their land used to look like this. So they
Yeah.
slowly pushed back and let grass grow. Done a lot of work. A lot of work.
And they're slowly cutting these skinny trees down because up at the top they just block out all the sun from the garden during the morning time, like half the day. Plus, these trees are invasive.
When you cut them, it will shoot out like 9 new shoots from the stump. And so we have to go and like snap them all, and you just have to do it enough until it dies.
Should we go check out the greenhouse?
Yeah.
Here's the old greenhouse. And these are water catchments the water drains into. And this is where we're going to build the new greenhouse. It's only half the size. This one's 8 by 32. And one we're going to be building is 8 by 16. So yesterday we took out all the grass. There's like 6 wheelbarrow loads that we put way back there in the jungle area. Yeah, so this morning we're going to be digging the foundation area all around and putting the cinder blocks in and making it all level. And because it's Hawaii, there are tons of rocks in this dirt. I don't even want to get started. What?
Chickens messed up our grass pile.
Yeah, chickens will come in and they'll dig around with their talons looking for bugs.
There's
But-
a mouse in that trap over there.
Is there?
A big one.
Anyways, so this is what we're working on this morning. And I'm going to pause it because we need to get started. Because as soon as the sun comes up over those trees, it gets really hot and we get really sweaty. Today's a crazy day because it's usually covered in clouds and
Yeah.
starting to rain.
By noon, it's usually rainy.
But there's hardly any clouds today.
So she has one greenhouse that her cousin what was his name?
I forget.
But so this is the area that we're doing. We're doing an 8 by 16 greenhouse. And these rocks are just from the edges.
Just from these teeny little trenches we dug.
All of those rocks.
We got a buttload of rocks.
There's no shortage here.
Yeah, before we dug, it was just flat. It looked really nice. But then we just dug these little trenches and out came all those. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, so we've been doing a lot of weed picking and a lot of rock digging and hauling. Because the rocks that we won't use to fill in gaps, we're going to have to haul away. It's very labor intensive, but we like it. We like the work. Good for our body. we did is re-roof the chicken coop. So these mangoes, when they fall, they have a lot of force, and they put a lot of holes in the roof. So we added the plywood. We used to not have plywood, it was just the green. So we added the plywood for strength, and then we bought new roofing, and we re-roofed it.
So at nighttime, these chickens, they all stay inside here. Our host, Lee, he calls them all in, locks them up. And then in the morning, about 9:30, he lets them all out. And they're outside all day. They eat bugs, they eat green plants.
They love to follow us around when we're digging, because they get all the worms and beetles and centipedes. And
Yeah. So their eggs are really healthy and good for us.
good little chicks. So all of these trees are fruit trees, but I don't know what they are. One of them's a mulberry, I know that. Maybe something.
Now this one's a black sapote. Oh, this one with the berries.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe. I don't really know what a mulberry looks like. Yeah, but this one is black sapote.
This one's just going crazy. It's got to be pruned at the top or else it'll get too big. This is strange, I've never seen those before.
I haven't either. It's just started coming. No idea what those are?
No idea. They look cool.
Oh, what are these? I remember lava. No? Yeah? I think so. I think that one, that one.
So we had to come and thin all these out because there's a lot of them.
Surprise, surprise, more bananas. Here's a ulu tree. It has about six breadfruits on it. I mean, they're still very, very young. I guess they're more of a winter crop. And then back there, there's lilikoi growing on the trees. So if you look up in the tree, the green is not a tree, it's lilikoi vine. So sometimes our host goes and picks the ones that have fallen. Good.
Oh, here's a little baby one.
We cut them up. Oh yeah. They get about the size of your hand. And we slice them up thin and fry them in butter. So good.
They're so good.
Time. Smells like. Oh, that smells like hot roast on Sunday.
So these trees that you see down here, what are they called?
Ugly fruit. UGLI.
Yeah, it's like a big hybrid fruit. There's a yellow guy right there.
It's like a citrus mix. It's like grapefruit and tangerine.
Yeah, apparently it's really good.
Something.
They sell it on the sides of the roads at little markets.
Stands.
So there's a lot of trees like this. It goes way down there.
We had to hand fertilize all of them. I broke my shoe because it's so steep. I was always putting pressure on ones. Not these shoes. Don't look at my feet. Yeah, I was always putting pressure on it. Snapped it. Wow.
Yeah. Let's take a closer look at the view. So the beach is really far away. Like we
3
can't walk
miles.
there. Yeah, it's like, and the elevation drops.
Well, it's the elevation change that kills you.
Right now we're at about 1,500 feet.
Yeah. That's 2-step down there, I think.
Trying to focus on the camera, but it doesn't seem to be working. There we go. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
So every Sunday, which is tomorrow, we have to walk a mile to get a ride to church. So it's basically just kind of downhill the whole way. And then there's been times where we've had to walk back, which is doable, but it's hard.
Not preferred. Takes about 20 minutes to get down, a little bit longer to go up, to come back up. Look at this crazy plant. I don't know what you call it. So this is where the guests drive up. They go to the parking lot of the Aloha guest house.
More banana.
Some big cactus looking plant. Here's our rock wall again.